All right, people. I feel like this shows that I have no life because I posted multiple times today. Hit a like. It's just easier to do it when I'm driving because honestly, I don't really listen to music like that anymore, and it's not like I guess it's like partially religious because like during Ramadan, I don't really like listening to music like that. Like, I'm not saying I don't at all, but I try to make it like music that is like has a positive message and doesn't have anything like explicit in it. But in general, I don't know if this is because I had a hearing issue in one of my ears, and so I can't really hear deep noises in one of my ears, like bass and stuff like that, as much. But I just think, like, in general, I don't be listening to music like that, even in the car, because I feel like it affects your emotions. And it's like, might sound hypocritical to say that because I do go on social media, and I know watching those videos and like the sounds that they attach to them, and also just the videos themselves that come up on your For You page that you can't like control. I just feel like it's weird how comfortable we are not being in control of like the things that we're seeing, like because we don't really search that much anymore. And then also just like what comes up is being like like the algorithm is getting it for you. I don't know why I can't think of like the English word for that, but it's like selecting it for curating. It's curating it for you. So I feel like, one, we're not in control. I guess we are slightly based on like what we like and what we don't like. But I just feel like, I don't know, maybe we're like a little bit too lax about it. And it's not on some conspiracy shit. It's just on like how, like what you are comfortable consuming. But it's really hard to say that because it's like addictive. And I'm addicted to a lot of things, I think. Now, you know what I mean? It's like, instant gratification, social media and videos, and always having like something stimulate your brain. People are addicted to music. Me, not so much, but like still the social media like stands. And then also like definitely food. I'm definitely on like my own health journey because I think I have probably been using it my whole life as like a crutch for dopamine because of ADHD or probably because other underlying health conditions. I have I suspect that I have OCD, and I did hear it once from a medical professional that it could be a possibility, but then I was never like diagnosed with it. But I feel like, I know people like only know about the OCD that is like, oh, everything has to be super clean and like particular, but I'm talking about like the OCD that is like intrusive thoughts and like mine kind of centers around like health. But even though that's the case, I still don't make the best health decisions because I have low energy, which is probably also like a symptom of low vitamins or something like that. I mean, I could talk about that all day, but I guess my point is I'm really trying to be more intentional. Like two things, okay? One, I'm trying to be more intentional about what I intake and what I put out, okay? And it's going to be a really long process. It's going to be like little by little improvement, inshallah. And then number two is like, I'm trying to be less critical of how good I am at something when I start it. So that's why these videos are just like whatever. Like I literally be just like recording them in the car and posting them for the last like 2-3 days. Or just going on CapCut, editing some clips that I took and posting it. Because I know that once there is something, I will want to improve on that something, right? It's like, even like with me in general, I could be really good at things, but I have to like feel like I'm improving something. It's hard for me to just start from a blank page, which is probably also a symptom of like the lack of creativity that exists now because of how much things that like we intake and how much people copy off things. But I guess that's always been a symptom of humanity. I'm not on any like train of like modern is better, the past is better, whatever. I know there's like 50-50, but I'm just trying to improve in those two areas, to be honest. And I do think that there's a little bit of like, it's nice, the freedom, obviously, anonymity anonymity gives me, okay? And then also just like the freedom of just like posting something and being like, this doesn't have to be perfect. And then once you get those followers, you get that incentive, you get to like really like posting and you get better at speaking and you have more ideas because doing it helps generate like the ideas and generate like the vision of what something looks like, right? You don't have to have it. You're always like, oh, you have the vision before you make it a reality. Sometimes the vision comes out of just having the desire and then the action. Or maybe all the time. I don't know, because I don't think I'm a person who like takes action, or at least I haven't been in a long time. And I know that like I tend to hear people tell me that I'm being too hard on myself. But I just think that, you know, and maybe this is like, maybe I'm like not like I'm neurodivergent and there's like slight autism, I'm not sure. But I feel like I'm very much like, okay, this is the reality. This is like what I know without a filter. Like, okay, like I am not a person who in the past 10 years, or at least, okay, past 5 years, has been like a go-getter and like doing things, okay? Like I used to be, right? Like doing things to make my dreams come true, trying things out, okay? But I don't know if it's like a fear or what it is, but there's just something where it's like I'm so much happier and so much more willing to just be in the world of where I'm like thinking of things that I want to do and in La La Land, because maybe that's like the instant gratification is like my imagination is so good that I can like imagine what it would feel like to give that award speech or to give that like or to get whatever it is that I want done, right? But not actually do it, because then you just ride that like that dream and that vision without actually like doing it and like understanding and measuring how hard it is, whether that's easier than you thought or harder than you thought. But maybe that's just a me thing, because some people might think that's a gift, but actually then it just keeps you in like this laziness of like, oh, I could do that if I wanted to. I know I'd be good at it and like it would feel this way, but then you never actually do it. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I think like it's cool to just get into the actual doing because it brings you back into your body. And like, you know, if you fail, that sucks, but also like, I don't know, you started working on something and you made something. Like, you made drafts, you made whatever. You made like the proof that like there was an attempt, and it probably looks different than how you thought it would look, but like it's there, it exists in the world. And someone can take one kind of nugget of usefulness, you know, from it, even if that's just you and nobody else. But I think that there's, you know, that makes it worth it. So yeah,